Well, this evening I'm back on the little Dartmoor stream and I'm making my annual pilgrimage upriver to see the bluebells in the woods up there. It's a bit of a trek and I'm obviously going to get distracted by a number of lovely pools along the way, so I'm just going to get started. A little bit better. Colours in that. Right, well, it was a little bit busy downstream with a load of dog walkers, so I've gone for a bit of a march, walked up to here where the tree goes across, and the only flies I've seen have been a few black gnats. So here's a little Mike Weaver style black gnat. I had a few people ask me why you bother to come and try and catch such tiny fish, and I have been thinking about it. I suppose the major thing is just the location, isn't it? I mean, not many places you can go and fish in one of the last remnants of the temperate rainforest, which used to cover about a fifth of the UK years ago. And it's quite a special spot. I also like to think that the fish are pretty ancient too. I mean, you can never tell, I suppose. Somebody could have stopped this river lower downstream, but I doubt it's mainly stopping up here. I like to think there's a little bit of genetics in here that date back thousands of years. It might be wishful thinking. Ultimately though, I think it's just the enjoyment of it. It really is great to just come on a nice day and fish up a little stream like this, pop in your dry fly into little different spots. See if you can hook the little tiny buggers. Nice simple way of fishing. I mean, I've only got one fly box with maybe half a dozen patterns in it. A bit of nylon, floatant, some snips and some disgorgers, and that's about it. Or forceps, I should say. The heaviest thing I'm wearing is the bloody camera. Right, I might have spooked up that pool. I'm going to move on. Loads of river to go yet to get up to the glade. And I suppose I'm not the only one that goes out to catch tiddlers. You see it on YouTube, don't you? People, especially in the United States, they've got access to some quite special water with really big fish in, and yet they'll take themselves off into the wilderness to catch tiny little wild brook trout. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is as close to the wilderness as you can get down here in Devon. Well, I like it, said Florence, hopefully. Hey. Try a bit further up. Turn the camera off a bit too quick. This one's pulling back a bit. Oh yeah. We do still live here then. It's a beauty. Well, so far the only fish I've managed to catch are ones that I've seen rising, which is really unusual for here. Normally you just fish the water, but I've made loads of casts now. I thought, well, that'll be a fish, and that'll be a fish, and nothing. So truly amazing. I suppose up until about a week ago, this place was still in flood, wasn't it? So maybe it needs a bit longer just to settle down, like everywhere else. So I think what I'm going to do is going to fish the waterfall pool as soon as I'm here. Go up round, film the bluebells, and then start making my way back down and fish some of the pools on the way back to the car. Right, just going to get back to the river somehow. Bloody annoying tree is still there. I'm hoping that might have buggered off. Normally, quite a good chance of getting a fish in the back of this pool. Still roaring through, isn't it? I'm reeling here and it feels like it's starting to drizzle. It's just coming off that waterfall. This river does tend to fish better as it gets low. You can get into so many more places and fish. Nothing's going to take that in there. Fishing in a bloody cauldron. If it wasn't for my dry fly only rule, I'd pull a streamer through that. I didn't bring any. Right, time for a bit of mountaineering. Fast in there. Right, well I'm pretty sure that the fish I've seen rising are taking the few little black gnats that are hovering above the water, but there's just not many of them, so I'm going to try something different, a bit of a bring them up type pattern. CDC and elk, see what that does. Go back to just fishing the water. Fairly precarious position, isn't it? Found a little spot on that rock. Lovely. Too quick for me. Probably too small for that size fly. Oh, come on! It never goes away. It's always reaches to smile. There we go. Wow, see if you see an elk. Brought a fish up. Ooh, sort of kissed at it and saved it. Well, finally something a bit better, I think. Oh, is it or is it? Oh no, I think it is. Oh, I see it now. Just hooked on the outside of the mouth, that's right. Oh, maybe not. Here we are. Only what, about 5 inches or so, but that's the best I can manage this evening. Oh, it is nice to be back catching fish on a dry fly though. I have missed it. As I was leaving work, my work colleague said to me, "Oh, you off to chuck feathers at fish again then?" I said, "Yes." "Oh well, enjoy yourself." If you don't know, you don't know, do you? For those of us who are afflicted, it's like the best drug in the world. It's one of those very dark fish that you get up here. A black trout Dartmoor. Well, the fishing's been a bit slow, but you can't argue with that, can you? It's definitely worth the walk. It's quite a nice shot, isn't it? Bluebells and garlic. God, it really is quite overpowering. Right. Well, amazingly, I've just had a text, which I didn't think you could get up here, but it appears I've got to go and pick the youngest daughter up. So I'm just going to have a few casts in the bridge pool here and start the long trek back. It's so fast. Ooh, in the tree. Can't hook them because they're probably about 2 inches long. I think that jumped over the top of it. Ah. You're a bit unlucky, mate. Your friends got away with it. Odd thing, isn't it, about this pool, how sometimes the fish are so much more obliging in here. Occasionally there's a better one further up. Struck too hard. Ah, that was a better take. Yes. Oh yeah. I think that's going to be a nice fish to finish on there then. Right, well, I think I'll come back in a couple of weeks or so then and see if the fishing's improved. I have a couple more casts, but other than that, I'll catch you later.